What is up, guys? George back again to do another LP and CD update. This one is for November 22nd, 2014. I got a little bit of the of the VCLT this week from my brother Greeno down there and down south, a couple hours from me. He sent me up a couple LPs this week. Thanks again, brother Greeno. First up is a band called The Rights. Kind of a punky screamo band. There's his letter in there. Listened to some of this last night. It was okay. Definitely looking forward to hearing the rest of it. But pretty cool. So thanks again, Greeno. And he also sent this up, Bad Wizard, #1 Tonight. He showed this in one of his latest videos. After I saw the video, I texted him. I said, yo, man, if you are back at the shop where you got that, let me know if they have any more. You know, I'll send you PayPal or whatever. And he's like, don't worry, I already picked up one for you. So really killer 70s style, you know, AC/DC, Thin Lizzy kind of vibe to it. Maybe search out a couple other things. The only other thing I found was on CD. So I ordered it from Amazon for like 58 cents. But again, Greeno, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I gotta return the favor. So keep an eye out on your mailbox. Hopefully before Christmas anyway. These are a few things I got over the last couple weeks. Haven't been getting too much. I've been getting stuff on the internet. But not a ton, man. You know, surprisingly, I thought I was going to be ordering a lot of stuff, but I haven't. There's a ton of bootleg stuff that I'm looking at now to try and get my hands on. But it's, you know, the end of the year. There's really not that much coming out that I'm interested in. I just did a review of the new AC/DC record. So that'll be up. Here it is. Rock or Bust. I got it early. You know, almost 2 weeks early. Really killer record. If you like Black Ice but wanted a heavier guitar tone record, then you'll love this record. There was only one track on here that I just kind of thought was okay. It sounded a lot like one of the tracks off the last album, and that's Rock the Blues Away. I thought it sounded almost identical to Anything Goes. So that was the only kind of throwaway track for me, but the other 10, really killer. And I also got, if you didn't watch the video, I also got the 7-inch single for Rock or Bust with Play Ball and the Flip. But definitely check out my review of that here on YouTube. But on to the other vinyl, I picked up the new Foo Fighters record, Sonic Highways. I've been watching the HBO documentary series, whatever you want to call it, of the recording of this record. I've watched the first 4 episodes. I just got done watching episode 5 tonight, and episode 6 probably on right now as we speak. But the first 4 that they did were really awesome. Basically, if you don't know what this is, they recorded a track in one song in a city. Like the first episode was all about Chicago, so they recorded the first track in Chicago at a legendary studio in Chicago. The second track was recorded in Baltimore, I believe. I could be getting it all mixed up now. The last episode I watched was California, Los Angeles. Really good record though, so far. There's 10 different album covers to this album. This is the Chicago album cover. So I picked this up since it was the first episode. There is an album cover where it's all mashed together. That looks pretty cool, but I really like this record. I thought it was really well written. Butch Vig did the production on it. But definitely check this out if you like, rock and roll. I mean, that's what it is. It's not grungy or anything like that. It's just a rock and roll album. Hit a new shop in the area here a couple weeks ago called The Rock Shop. And it's a new independent record store that's actually in a mall, which you just don't see. I've never seen it anyway. Ends up I knew the owner from when I go on my record buying trips in Jersey. He has a store in Ocean City, New Jersey. So he opened a store up here near Philly, which I saw the owner the night I went in and, shot the shit with him for a little bit. Pretty cool store, a little overpriced, but you have to have a independent store in the mall, I guess. But I did pick up a few things in there in the budget bin. A couple things I never heard of. One, the Ramrods, Jiving and Twisting. Real garage rock sounding from the mid 80s, yeah, 86. Pretty killer. Turns out this is kind of hard to find. Private press release, but really pretty cool record. This I haven't listened to yet, but I've seen this album quite a bit, and it just reminds me of like a Cheap Trick, and I guess he's kind of pop rock. Twilly, Dwight Twilly. This was in the dollar bin. But I haven't listened to this one yet. But it looks kind of cool, interesting. Another one, Zootrope, Amnesty. I never had this record. Decided to give it a shot. Again, another budget bin title. This is on Combat, 1985. Probably shouldn't have been in the budget bin. And it's a gold stamp promo. But pretty cool. Here's a record I hardly ever see on vinyl, and that's Inside Information from Foreigner. At least in this area. I was like, when I saw this, I'm like, man, that does not look familiar to me at all. So I picked this up. And it's got Lou Gramm on it. So I don't know. I guess this is from 87. This is probably the last album with Lou Gramm on it. And the last thing I picked up there was this, it's called Thundersticks Kings of Metal, series number 6, Iron Maiden. Basically as a BBC show for Maiden from 1979, the Friday Rock Show, Rothschild original recording, and the original Soundhouse tapes with some unreleased shit on it. I think Greeno showed this before. It's on the Philips label, 1984. It's obviously a bootleg now, repress. But I love Maiden from the Paul Di'Anno years. It's probably my favorite, so I was all over this one. So I picked that up. Really cool. I think it's blue vinyl. Independent release I picked up through the band themselves. Kind of like the Biters, in that vein, like the new pop rock vein. This band's Cozy, or Kazi, I don't know how you pronounce it. Button by Button. But 10 songs, pretty killer. This was on, I can't remember what website it was on. Might have been on like Pledge Music or something like that. So I decided to pick this up. I liked what I heard on the website, so I picked that up. Cool pop rock, hard rock, man. This one I got on the internet, on the interwebs. Super Suckers, Evil Powers of Rock and Roll. This one's on Cargo, Germany. And Aces and Eights. So the only one I need, I think, on vinyl now that I'm looking for is the double best of greatest rock and roll band in the world. But I was happy to add this to the collection. I like this album a lot. Really killer record. Fisticuffs is on here, and My Kick-Ass Life. Hot Like the Sun. I Want the Drugs. Really killer record. Love the Super Suckers. This one I picked up last week. It's an original pressing of more of Dion's greatest hits, which basically has like The Wanderer and Run Around Sue and all his big hits on it. Another budget bin title. Really cool though. I love the old stuff. Especially Dion's probably my favorite. Little Beck Sapphire. Cheers. I went a little ape shit on the Kiss bootlegs this time. On eBay, some guy had these pretty cheap, so I decided to pick them up. Kiss Blitz London. This is from Hammersmith Odeon, London, May 16th, 1976. Really killer artwork on this one. That one's really cool. This is on Carton Records. Another one called Living the Dream. I don't know if I showed this one before or not. I may have. This is from Memphis, Tennessee, 1974. Soundboard or radio show, I think. Pretty cool though. Great cover. Look at that cover. Cool shot of the band on the back. One called Cold Diamond. This is on Swingin' Pig. This is from Roosevelt, New Jersey, July 7th, 1976. Soundboard. They do their version of Flaming Youth, which they hardly ever played live. But really cool. And the last one on Swingin' Pig I got is the Alternate Destroyer on white vinyl. Basically demo tracks from the Destroyer sessions and some rehearsal stuff, but pretty cool. Flaming Youth with alternate lyrics. The original Destroyer cover or artwork that was going to be used for the record, which I think they ended up using last year when they released that Destroyer Reloaded or Resurrected or whatever it was called. That might be 2 years ago now, but nice gatefold on it. Really cool white vinyl with a little blue marbling in it, but definitely worth picking up. I think the only way I've seen that now is like picture disc, which I'm not a big picture disc guy. And lastly, I picked up the US pressing, which I don't know which one's harder to find, the US or German, of Turbo Negro's Party Animals. Probably my favorite Turbo Negro record. Cool gatefold on this with the picture, lyrics, and if I remember correctly, it's white vinyl. on like a white clear vinyl. Mint condition. I got this on Discogs. I've been looking for this for a while on vinyl, so I pulled the trigger on this one. Got it for a decent price, and happy to add it to the collection. I missed out the first time it was around, so just happy to get it. And 2 CDs I picked up. I picked up a ton of CDs, but 2 that I've listened to recently. The first one is CJ Ramone's new record, Last Chance to Dance. This one's on Fat Records. I ordered the vinyl on this as well. But really cool Ramones-y style stuff. If you don't know who CJ was the bass player that took over for Dee Dee when Dee Dee left in the 80s. But really cool. Great songwriter, great singer, still plays bass. But definitely check this out. I love this record. I thought it was really, really good. And lastly, the new album from the Bitch Queens, Kill Your Friends. Brand new full length. Whoop, I showed this. I got their album last year, their full length. And this is their brand new one, so definitely check them out. Kind of Super Suckers, Nashville Pussy, AC/DC type thing. Anyway, that's it for this update. I got a lot of stuff that I haven't listened to yet that I'll be showing soon. I'm taking a week off, or almost a week next week, so that's awesome. But that's about it. Anyway, definitely check out my review of the new AC/DC record. Like I said, I think it's a great record. And I'll be back soon. So everybody take it easy out there. Have a great Thanksgiving. If I don't talk to you, anybody like Greeno or an LJ, you guys have a great one. And that's about it. Cheers. Peace.